Okay.
Don, you might want to mute your phone before we start too, so it doesn't ring during your presentation.
Oh, I just went live. So hopefully won't do it. Okay. So, okay. Essential oils are safer, cheaper, and more effective healthcare. According to Health Impact News, an article by Dr. Mercola, medical care is the #1 cause of death in the United States. There is definitely a place for medical care. I just think each of us needs to take control of our health care on a daily basis and have the ability to prevent and treat at home through informed health care. Essential oils are safer. According to an article at U.S. News and World Report, prescription medications on average have 70 side effects, some drugs having up to 525 reactions. Essential oils have few, if any, negative side effects. My mother-in-law was using lemongrass essential oil for her arthritis in her hands, and her side effect was all of her age spots on her hands disappeared. Another side effect she experienced is she had a large, painful wart on the bottom of one of her feet, and while using an essential oil blend I made up to help her support her diabetes, the wart has almost completely disappeared, and her blood glucose levels have dropped. You might be skeptical. In 2013, I was introduced to essential oils because many ward members started using them. And honestly, I thought they were all nuts. But one day at church, I had a pounding headache, and I mentioned it to a friend, and she sat me down, and she put lavender and peppermint essential oils all along my hairline. And within 5 minutes, my headache was cut in half. After that experience, I started researching more about essential oils, and then I had my second oil experience. This experience will demonstrate how essential oils are both cheaper and more effective. My son had an infection on his arm, and it was very painful and really quite gross. So I took him to the doctors, and the doctor gave him 2 antibiotics, a topical one and an internal one. 4 days later, after using these essential oil or using these antibiotics, my son said his armpits really hurt. And so when I checked him, his armpits, all the glands in his armpits and his neck were very, very swollen. So I took him back to the doctors, and they took him off the first internal antibiotic and gave him a second internal antibiotic. Long story short, more than 2 weeks on antibiotics, and the arm was still inflamed, still infected, still painful, and gross. So I called my friend who had been telling me about essential oils, and she brought me over a sample of On Guard, which is a protective blend to support the immune system. And I applied that oil to his arm twice that day. The next morning, the infection was completely gone. No redness, swelling, or pain. I couldn't believe it. I applied for 2 more days, and the location was completely healed. Now let's compare. Conventional medicine cost me $45 in copays, gas, 3 hours of time, and exposure to who knows what. Using informed self-care, using essential oils, cost me $1.08. Which is less expensive? Which was more effective? I was still skeptical, and my friend told me to pray about it. I said, really? You want me to pray about essential oils? And she said, yes, pray about it. So I prayed about it, and that morning I read Alma 46:40. And the last half of that scripture reads, because of the excellent qualities of the many plants and roots which God had prepared to remove the cause of diseases to which men were subject by the nature of the climate. This scripture gave me a push to learn more by attending classes and reading. I am now a wellness advocate and teach classes about essential oils. Essential oils have literally changed my life. I've been struggling for more than 5 years with fatigue and unreasonable anger. There was a war going on inside of me. And I had gone to the doctors and gotten tests and nothing, they couldn't find anything wrong with me. They just wanted to give me Prozac to treat the symptoms, which I did not want to do. After doing some research and using this book, Modern Essentials, I started using Comm, a blend for supporting hormone levels. After a month of using it, my son, who was 16 at the time, said, "Mom, you are not so bad to live with anymore. That stuff must be working." As of 2013, no more war inside of me. I feel like a completely different person. No dollar amount can be put on the way I feel. To me, essential oils are priceless. The body heals itself. Essential oils give our body what it needs to heal. Because essential oils are natural, our body knows how to use them efficiently. You can use essential oils 3 ways: aromatically, topically, and internally. Essential oils empower you against viruses. Another example of how essential oils are more effective is essential oils are effective against viruses. Have you ever gone to the doctor feeling really lousy and have them tell you there's nothing they can do for you because you have a virus? Well, essential oil molecules are so small they can penetrate the cell membrane and are effective against viruses and bacteria. Essential oils are powerful. 1 drop of essential oil equals 25 cups of peppermint tea. Every oil has multiple uses. Peppermint has more than 25 applications. Can you say that about anything in your medicine cabinet? Essential oils can be used for emotional support. Lavender is used for its calming properties. A few more examples are my friend was disabled because of fibromyalgia, lupus, and IBS, and all of the side effects from all of her prescription medications. She felt miserable all the time. I introduced her to essential oils, and she started using them daily, and within a short amount of time, she felt so much better. She was able to discontinue some of her meds and use fewer of others, and she is now feeling much better, and she is back to work and feeling great. My other friend's son, ADHD was out of control. Her son's school had told her that she was going to have to find another school, that there was nothing more that they could do for her. She was at her wit's end and didn't know what else to do. And a friend of hers introduced her to essential oils, and through using essential oils, she was able to take her son completely off of his ADHD meds, and her son's behavior has done a complete 180, and he is now on the honor roll and is having no more problems at school. I'm out of time, but I want to make sure that I have shared with you how essential oils are a safer, cheaper, and more effective form of healthcare. Thank you. Oh, wait. It's not stopping.